Hi guys, I'm Solaris. Welcome to my channel, Solaris Fairy Astrology and Tarot, where I channel for you all sorts of psychic messages to help you in your love life using astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards. Today's video is for everyone in a no or low contact situation with your person. Will they ever make a move? If so, what will they do in this connection and when would they do it? In addition to this reading, I'm also offering an extended where I'm looking deeper into if they will ever make a move, why or why not, and what are they thinking and feeling about you right now. I also will choose questions from Spirit that you need to know right now about your person, in addition to this topic to help you in your love life. Each pile is different, so if you're curious about that, then definitely check out the extended. Today I am featuring love potions, and you have 3 piles to choose from. The first pile is a black and green Witch's Brew love potion with the Disney Villains tarot cards. Pile 2 features a ghost drinking an iced pumpkin spice latte and the Falling in Love oracle cards. And pile 3 is a black cat love potion with Halloween tarot cards by Sony Graves. When you have chosen the pile you would like to watch, go to the description box and scroll down to where you see the timestamps. Click on the timestamp that matches your pile, and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Bye! Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your video today, which is video 5 now of my Halloween series. Very exciting. This video features potions. Very, very fun. I love your potion that you have picked, which is a cauldron concoction witch's brew. So you might be connected to stuff that's witchy. I love it. So this is the potion that you have picked today. And you guys have also picked the Disney Villains tarot card that I'm going to be using to check in about you and your person today. This is a video for people who are in no or low contact, minimal contact with their person, or sporadic contact where your person comes in and out of your life, or you hear from them only once in a while. So we're going to be checking in to see, will they ever make a move? All right. I also have picked for you guys this malachite crystal, which is beautiful, which I will put in frame for you. And now we're going to start to channel, interesting, the card that flipped up actually. So this is the 5 of Wands, the poisoned apple. So you might feel like this is a toxic connection, or that there is maybe your person is like poison for you. It seems like you guys might feel like you guys are stuck in toxic cycles or stuck in a toxic section of time. The 5 of Wands represents arguing and fighting or butting heads and clashing. So that might be a situation that happens between you and your person, or you might feel like the way you guys communicate, the way you guys talk or clash or argue is a toxic cycle that you guys are wanting to break or break free from. That also might be a message for you from Spirit in regards to advice for you in regards to, like, let's see if we can break this toxic cycle that you and your person are in right now. So first I'm going to see what is your person's higher self guiding them to do in regards to you, and then I'm going to go into a relationship spread and then lots of other things. I also will have an extended today. So you guys can check out the extended if you would like some more information and like to continue going deeper, looking at the connection between you and your person. At the end of this video, I'm going to pick some questions that Spirit wants me to ask for you on your behalf in regards to you and your person, as well as I have some other decks that I reserve just for the extended that we will use to check in. So I hope you guys check it out. All right, so I have a Celtic cross spread that I do as a traditional spread when I want to tap into their higher self and their person and what they're going through in regards to you right now. All right. Okay, so the first card is going to represent where their higher self is guiding them to go right now in regards to you. So what is their higher self trying to impulse them to do? I get the 4 of Swords in reverse. Your person's higher self is trying to guide your person to take action. 4 of Swords is a card that usually is a card of rest and peace and inactivity. With it in reverse, I feel like that your person's higher self has guided them to take action on you. And it seems like your person is really feeling the pull towards you, really feeling that draw. Now, when I look at this card, close up, it represents scar. Your person either is being guided to you because you are meant to help them heal their wounds or heal their scars, or maybe you and this connection is scarred right now and you guys need to overcome or work on that. There definitely is a wound that might have scarred or healed over, but not really healed, if that makes sense. It might be a scar instead of, it gone away completely. And it seems like that maybe your person's higher self is guiding them to come in to do a repair with you. So this is a card upright that you can see there's like scar right there, and then the swords right there, and then the scar over his eye. So it seems like maybe your person is feeling a little wounded from maybe a previous fight you guys had, and your person's licking their wounds. And it seems like scar is a little bit, now of course this is Disney villains, this is the villains deck, so it's a little, just fun to use for this kind of Halloween theme. But usually if people do pick the Disney villains, they might not always see their person as the hero. They might see their person as the bad boy or the bad girl, or maybe a little bit of like the anti-hero. So with Scar here, I feel like that your person might be looking at you. Like you can see that Scar is not feeling like mischievous and plotting in this. This Scar looks like drained and exhausted. This Scar looks defeated almost. Very miserable actually, which is very unlike Scar. Usually Scar is kind of sneaky and sly and trying to plan how to receive and have and hold power, which your person might have done in the past. But it seems like in this particular case, your person is maybe feeling very drained and defeated. That might be where Four of Swords is usually, if it's upright, a card that represents rest and rejuvenation and peacefulness and inactivity. So it seems like your person might be or might have been in that space already to kind of try to see if they can kind of maybe rally. So there is this. Further details about this Scar of yours. I get the Four of Coins. It also seems like your person's higher self is guiding them to take action and to open up. Now, normally the Four of Coins is about holding on to somebody valuable. It's also about maybe being a little bit of like a locked box or not opening up. But you can see in this Four of Coins card, it actually represents opening up. It seems like their higher self is guiding them towards you in order to kind of bare their soul to you, to share the parts in them that have been very wounded, that have been very vulnerable, that have been maybe like their deeper pains. It seems like your person's higher self is guiding them to kind of open up to you in that way. So yes, Four of Swords, Four of Coins. So it seems like your person's higher self is guiding them to open up and to reveal to you what they've been suffering from, I would say. Queen of Cups, Ursula. So I would say that you are their Queen of Cups, especially if you are a water sign. If you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces feminine, I would say that you would be their queen. You would be that they should open up to you, to tell you that you are valuable. They want to hold on to you because you are their queen, and to open up in regards to their deep pain. So that is what their higher self is trying to guide them to do in regards to you. So there is this. In the past, what has happened with your person towards you, I get the Seven of Swords in reverse. It seems like your person might have been trying to reclaim their sense of honor or reclaim their reputation after a betrayal. So they might have hurt you or screwed you over. They might have been sneaky, but I feel like they've tried to repair from that, or maybe you guys have put that in the past. Maybe they had done you wrong and you guys had worked through it, or you guys had gotten past it or gotten over it. The Seven of Swords in reverse represents that maybe your person is trying to do the right thing, or maybe they came forward and came clean to do the right thing. Maybe your person has been trying to rectify the situation between the two of you. So there is this with Cinderella's Slipper and Lady Tremaine. So it seems like your person has been trying to make things right, especially if they have not always had honorable intentions or done right by you. In the future, I get the King of Swords in reverse. So your person might actually have to drop some of their stoic nature in the future. So what's interesting is here is Scar again, but Scar here is looking quite angry with all of the red. So with the King of Swords, it's interesting how it's in reverse because their higher self is guiding them to show you the deep pain, maybe what's beneath the anger, maybe what's beneath the anger in these fights, maybe what's beneath their side of butting heads with you or clashing, to open up emotionally, to share with you emotionally, and to stop being so stoic or stop being so power hungry. So there is this. Your person also might have air sign prominent in their chart, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. But I do get, what I do like is, even though the King of Swords is in reverse, which can sometimes also mean not talking to you, they might be trying to not talk to you until they calm down. If you guys have gotten to an argument, maybe they're heated, maybe there's something that has triggered them, maybe there's a deep pain or deep wounding which has sent them into feeling angry. And it seems like maybe your person is trying to de-escalate their anger. Maybe they are in a kind of egoic state right now, but I do like how the King and Queen do pair. It's just the King's maybe out of alignment right now. And what their higher self is kind of trying to warn them about or remind them about in regards to you. I get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yet again, there is Scar, this time with the hyenas. So it's so interesting. This is the Be Prepared song. So it seems like they're trying to prepare to, you know, kill Mufasa and take the throne and that kind of thing. So it seems interesting. They're saying to warn or remind your person to stop being so strategic in this relationship. Stop playing it safe and trying to keep the power or keep a power dynamic where they feel like they have the upper hand. So it seems like that your person's higher self is trying to tell them to be more vulnerable and open, and don't just try to be so playing games that they never, you know, for pride or for ego reasons, so that they never show when they're upset. It seems like your person's higher self is trying to guide them to show you and to open up to you, to tell you that they are actually very hurt. They are very upset. That is the root of their anger and everything. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse also represents your higher self as guiding them not to wait or not to take too long. They're trying to impulse them to do this now. If your person listens to their higher self or guidance, you might hear from them soon. It seems like their higher self is trying to urge them not to wait too long, not to sit on their laurels, basically, with that Four of Swords. Take action. Don't be inactive. To take action and be impulsive. Don't just be so patient that you never make choices and never, you know, move forward for you. So there is that. Their conscious mind right now is they are thinking about their money. They're thinking about their coins. They're also trying to think about what job can they take or what can they do financially that will make them happy. So they are looking and thinking about their happiness with the hyenas. They're trying to, and it's interesting how you have such Lion King vibes with your pile. You have Scar that came up 3 times in only 7 cards. Scar has come up 3 times. And then the hyenas have come up, which is also part of the Lion King, which is an additional message. So the Lion King movie might actually be very appropriate for you and your person's connection. There may be a power struggle or a needing to be king, needing to be dominant in your connection. You guys might have power struggles in your dynamics, in your conversations, in your interactions. Your person also might be feeling like they're trying to balance between being strategic and also laughing. I get the hyena, so there may be that message as well. But also it seems like your person does want to collaborate and work together with you to find some creative solutions. I like how the 3 of Coins is upright. And the hyenas are kind of like a lighthearted, very kind of stupid bunch. So I would also say that maybe your person's trying to get out of a deep dark depression or out of a deep dark anger or pride or ego state, where they can just lighten up and have fun with you and get back to a state of enjoying your connection and laughing with you, joking around, you know, getting out of the hole so that they can really just kind of have fun with you again. Even if it's a lighthearted thing, even if you guys just make stupid jokes, it seems like your person's really trying to just get back into the joy of it, the fun of it, where you guys are on the same team. These hyenas are all kind of the same, you know, they're not a higher rank. They're all kind of like siblings or best friends or whatever. They're all kind of the same level. So there is that. So I feel like your person wants to get on equal plane with you. They don't want one or the other just kind of dominating anything. In the card that shows how do you show up for them, you are not offering them an offer. I feel like you are not lifting a finger to help this along. It seems like you feel like maybe your person by this point needs to make their own choices, and they really need to move forward by their own growing as a person, by their own taking action or the initiative. So the card that shows up for you is the Ace of Coins in reverse. Interesting, this is also a prince. So I would say Scar was a prince because he was the younger brother to Mufasa. And Prince John is the younger brother to Richard. So this is the Robin Hood. Prince John, lion. Interesting how you guys both show up as lions. Interesting. So you're represented by Prince John, a lion, and they are represented 3 times by Scar, a lion. So you guys might be Leos. So there is this as well. So Ace of Pentacles is like, you're just dropping them. I feel like you are trying to drop them and move on. And your person's higher self is like, oh my God, you're dumb. What? Like, oh my gosh, don't be stupid. Jump in there and get back your Queen of Cups. So that's very interesting. It seems like your person is maybe like taking too much space and their higher self is like pushing them. And you're kind of like dropping them. You're like, I'm not even trying. I'm not giving you an offer. I'm not lifting a finger. I'm not taking any action towards you. If you want me, you're going to have to come get me. Maybe you're going to have to fight for me. Even if it's a toxic dynamic with the poison apple, with the five of wands, you know, that you're like, well, you're going to have to fight for me because I'm not coming towards you. So not only are you releasing them where they are trying to hold on to you with the 4 of Pentacles, holding on to something valuable, you're kind of like, I'm dropping you. So I feel like there is this, you're dropping your pentacle. With your person, what they want above all else in regards to you in this connection, they want to actually be more of a financial provider or have you merge your finances. I get 6 of Coins. They want both of you to be making the effort. They want both of you to keep trying for this connection. They want both of you to have mutual romantic passion and feelings. And with the 6 of Coins, it seems like your person is wanting to have both of you be equals, which is kind of in alignment to the hyenas on the money here, both of you being equals. So you guys might have power struggles in this dynamic, but they want to stop the power struggles. They want you guys to stop fighting. They want you guys to be on equal playing field and be a team and be a partnership and not try to struggle for your way, their way, who gets their own way. You know, it seems like they're wanting you guys to be a team and make some choices together. But it's interesting because in the future, that King of Swords is in reverse is the 10 of Cups in reverse. And I think this is a lesson your person is going to learn. Because it seems like your person's going to learn that being stoic, being strategic, keeping things to themselves and not talking to you is leading them to a lot of misery. That's probably, and since Scar is here, it's probably exactly what is leading your person to feeling miserable here. So the 10 of Cups represents that it seems like your person's going to make a realization that they're like, you know what, this is for the birds. This is for Zazu. You know, I don't want to be in this space with my queen. This is dumb. I don't want to continue a negative or toxic pattern or cycle. I don't want us to struggle for the power. I want us to come together as equals, as a team, both putting energy and effort into this connection and both of us trying. So there is that. So the 10 of Cups in reverse, they're realizing how they are sad if they do not have you. So there is this. All right, so now let's look at where you guys are at. We'll look a little deeper into your connection. And will they make a move ever? Because it seems like their higher self is guiding them to. But it also seems like maybe your person is a little prideful. I was going to say stubborn, but I'm like, no, you guys are lions. It might be pride. It might not be stubborn, even though there is stubborn energy. There is depressive energy. It seems like your person also might be needing to bounce back from feeling depressed. So there's that. All right. So how are you thinking and feeling about them right now in addition to that Ace of Pentacles in reverse? I get the High Priestess in reverse. I get 9 of Cups upright and 10 of Swords. You might be feeling like, you know what, I don't know if this person is partner or spouse material. They might just be a lover. Maybe I could be in this connection, but it would have to only be for pleasure or for fun. I don't think I could continue with this in any real way. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like no real offer. It seems like maybe you're looking at this where you're thinking maybe you have to demote them from that king down to maybe like just somebody you use for your own pleasure once in a while if it serves you. So High Priestess in reverse, I get Pisces energy, especially Cancer energy and Scorpio energy. It's in reverse, so you might also not really be in alignment in yourself, or you might be feeling like, you know what, if I'm with this person, I don't know if I can be in alignment, or maybe they throw me out of alignment with the arguing and the fighting, or maybe they bring out the worst in me. It seems like you might also be having a hard time listening to your own intuition. With that in reverse, I get Maleficent. I get that she feels very rejected, like she wasn't invited to the party. So you might feel rejected or not chosen or picked or valued. And it seems like because of that, you might be in like a stalemate or a standstill where you're like, you know what, I'm not trying anymore with this connection because I was never picked or loved. I was rejected. I wasn't chosen. And it seems like maybe you're in maybe like a mindset where some of you watching might be in like a bitter mindset. Some of you watching might just be in a sad mindset. Some of you, I mean, I feel most of you are probably in a distrustful mindset. But the Nine of Cups, you are still represented by Ursula. So that Nine of Cups, especially if you resonate as a water sign, again, we're seeing Ursula here that is coming back, creating storms in the ocean because she's mad, because she's wanting to be powerful. Again, power struggles or power dynamics in this connection. With the Nine of Cups, she's just doing it for her own happiness. There may be a little greedy energy going on where you might be like, you know what? You haven't shown up for me in so many ways. Now you're going to have to like overcompensate and give me so much. I'm not giving anything anymore. And what you've done is not really good enough. And these breadcrumbs are not really good enough. So now if you're going to show up, you're going to have to overcompensate and do like a grand romantic gesture at this point, because I feel like you have rejected me chronically for so long that you're going to have to come back in with something so big. I don't even know if it's actually possible for you. So I feel like that might be what's going on. But either way, there's a lot of happiness and pleasure in this connection when you guys are good. And I do feel like you guys have passion. I feel like you know how to stir their emotions up. You know how to trigger them when you need to. Or what, not even when you need to, but I feel like you know how to trigger them. And sometimes maybe you do feel like you need to. Ten of Swords, you feel like this connection is over. I feel like some of you watching, you guys have gone through a breakup or an ending. I feel like you guys might have ended it yourself, or you might feel like, you know, we're in a breakup right now. Maybe this is a situationship that used to be a relationship, and that you guys have downgraded it to just like, well, if they want to come over and be passionate with me, that's fine, but I'm not committing back. I'm not re-engaging with them or not getting into this. Or it might be like, you know what, I can't really trust them or date them or be in a relationship with them, but if they come in over for passion, maybe I will give in to that for my own pleasure and satisfy myself in this way, but I can't really move forward with them or see a future with them acting the way they are. Your person sees this situation as, oh, sad. I feel like they think that this connection has gotten very distorted or out of whack. I get the World. They agree. They do feel like that this connection has gone through a breakup or an ending. I feel like they think that you guys are over and not together. The World represents an ending, and so does that Ten of Swords. So it does seem like your person does feel like you guys are broken up or ended. They might come back in from time to time because of the love they feel for you and the passion. I feel that usually when I see these cards in reverse, I feel like, okay, maybe they don't feel the feelings. In this particular case, because I'm combining it with the first spread that I did, I get True Love in reverse and King of Cups in reverse. I feel like your person still feels love for you and is in love with you, and even feels like you guys are true love, but I feel like they think that you guys are in such a distorted place, or you guys are in such a difficult place, that maybe they're feeling so wounded, or maybe they're feeling so hurt, or maybe they're going through such a tough time, or the breakup has kind of shifted the love into like a distorted love. So I get the King of Cups in reverse and the True Love in reverse. I'm going to show you this upright so you can see the pictures. The True Love is the Lover's card, and the King of Cups, of course, is your divine counterpart, since you are represented in this spread twice by water sign powerful archetype cards, the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Even though it does show that the High Priestess is in a distorted energy. Their kings show up twice, King of Cups, King of Swords, but in a distorted energy as well. So there is this dynamic. So your person is showing up as the king to your queen, but it's in reverse. Your person also might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and then Gemini energy with the true love card, the Lovers. So there is this, but it's in reverse. It also might be just that your person feels brokenhearted, that there's a lot of true love here, a lot of love, even true love, but feels brokenhearted or heartbroken because you guys are ended. So there is this. In the past, I get Judgment, this Queen of Hearts. I feel like you made a choice to go off with their head. So I feel like you've made a decision that was pretty harsh. I feel like you felt like you had to. The Judgment card, you can see this Queen of Hearts with the rabbit and with the card of playing deck. So it's interesting how there are the three here, almost like that Three of Pentacles with the hyenas on them. So it's almost kind of like your person, maybe they showed up in a way where they were only like a Three of Pentacles. They weren't like a king or something at the time. Maybe you were judging them that they were not really even able to really show up for you. There is that. So it seems like maybe you made the decision to cut it off. I get Libra energy as well with Judgment, or it might have been your higher self decision to cut it off. When I get Judgment, I can sometimes interpret that as their higher self or your higher self making that decision. So it seems like maybe cutting it off was a decision made even on your behalf from your soul, from your higher self. And I get the Hermit, yep, so absolutely that removal with Dural energy. So I would say Capricorn, Virgo energy strong. So made a decision in the past to cut things off and remove oneself and go away. And then the Knight of Wands in reverse. Maybe they were being a player. Maybe they were not having the right appropriate sexual energy. Knight of Wands, they might have been restricting themselves or even restricting their sexual energy, or they might have been letting their sexual energy run way too wild, or maybe they were, there's something distorted about their sexual energy. The Knight of Fire is usually a player or someone who comes in for sex and then leaves, but it seems like with it in reverse, they didn't want it to rule them, or maybe you maybe off the sexual part because of their behavior, because it seems like there was a decision to remove one's energy and maybe you decided to even withhold the sex, or maybe you were all like, you know what, I'm not having sex with you anymore. So there may have been that, because what's interesting is the Knight of Wands is usually a masculine card, but the villain on this is Madame Mim from Sword in the Stone, which is a feminine energy. So maybe you made a decision to remove yourself and stop sleeping with them, especially if their energy was too sexual and not enough, grounded or romantic. Even though I feel like there was so much romantic love anyway there, maybe they didn't always feel comfortable or safe to show it to you, because it's in the reverse here. So there is that. But I do feel like they did feel the love, or do feel the love. I feel like that you guys are in a very fractured place at the moment, though. Let's see. Will they ever make a move? And I get the Page of Wands. You might. I get the Page of Wands. Either they do because you're hot, which is the princess looking fiery, or maybe they do make a move, or you make a move and you reach out. Even if you're planning not to, maybe you cave in, or maybe something happens where you do end up doing so. So this Page of Wands represents, and you can see it's a parrot. It's from Jafar. It's from Aladdin with the lamp. Okay, you might grant their wish, or there may be an opportunity to have a wish coming true. The Page of Wands, it's like, it's like Iago is flying in with the genie. So almost kind of like maybe you are tempting them. Maybe you dangle something in front of them as bait. Maybe you bring them a lamp and you're like, all right, you know what? If you're really going to try, then maybe we could make this happen. Maybe we could have a wish coming true. So I get the Page of Fire, so I'm getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You might be feeling generous one day. You might be feeling needy for attention one day. You might be feeling turned on one day. It seems like you might be feeling this in the future within the next 3 months. So I feel like you would initiate communication, or they would talk to you because they think you're so hot, or maybe they're trying to give you something that you've said that you've asked for, that you've wished for, and they're trying to bring it to you. So there is this. I get the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, no, I feel like you try to show up communicating, but they may not communicate very effectively or very well with you because the Knight of Swords is in reverse. And the thing is, maybe you're provoking them or trying to like make them like trying to put something on your social media to elicit a response, and then there's no communication from them with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Because the Five of Wands in reverse. Maybe you were trying to provoke your person and or you were doing something just in your own happy energy, and your person's like, I'm not going to initiate communication because it's only gonna start a fight. Here's that poison apple toxic cycle again. Your person is like, you know what? I'm not actually going to take action on this thing that I usually do. I'm not going to say the things I normally say, and I'm not going to maybe race in there to, even though they are baiting me and they are trying to maybe offer me something that I've wanted, even wished for, or that they've wanted or wished for, but I'm not going to try to race in and communicate with them if I'm just going to leave, because that's going to be engaging in a toxic cycle. So your person actually, it seems like the reason why they may not make a move, or why maybe even your attempts don't really work, is because your person's trying to get rid of toxic cycles. Your person is trying to not argue with you or not get into a fight. If you guys fight all the time and now they're in silence and you're like, will they ever communicate with me again? They might be like, I'm not going to talk to you when I'm mad. I'm not going to talk to you if I am, gonna do more harm than good, and I'm not gonna yell at come race in there just to yell at pile one when they're my queen and I love them. I need to calm down first, and maybe I need to communicate when I'm in a better headspace, maybe when I'm less depressed, maybe when I'm less reactive. It seems like your person might be using wisdom. So I feel like that as of right now, not that they wouldn't make a move ever, but maybe just that they're trying to be wise so that they can make a better move, but they might need to like take a lot of time to get themselves correct. And maybe you're also in a distorted energy where maybe you're also like, I've been through a lot and I need to get myself healed or correct or better, because it seems like where you guys are at right now, you guys might not be able to have healthy dynamics unless you were to do your own internal healings on your own, because you would just be repeating toxic cycles. But in the future, I get that your person is going to come in with a marriage proposal or a major serious connection for you. Four of Wands upright with Jafar. Interesting how it does connect to Iago. Kind of like if you maybe plant seeds or set the stage, you might get rejected and that would hurt you. But actually what it would do, it would actually, when the timing is right and better in the future, your person would actually then respond. So maybe they take time before responding or take time before giving you an offer. It's almost kind of like they are removing themselves so they can regroup, or you guys can both regroup. Then your person does come in with the Four of Wands, and look at, you can even see how it's like Iago is bringing this magic lamp, and it seems like almost kind of like your person is like, yes, I will grant your wish now. So it's almost kind of like, on one hand, it almost looks like your person is like, okay, now I feel like it. Now I will grace you with my presence. And in a way, it can feel kind of like, narcissistic. To be like, oh, I will do this when I'm ready, when I feel like it, at my own leisure. But it also seems like, in this case, it seems like your person is back to feeling like they have power. Maybe they're back to feeling like, okay, you know what, I have corrected myself. I am back and evolved. The Four of Wands represents, Jafar with his powerful staff. It seems like he is coming in to charm you with his snake staff. Maybe he is coming in feeling confident, powerful. It seems like maybe your person is somebody where they have to go off and like lick their wounds in private for a while and then come back in and reconnect with you when they're feeling better. So your person is then going to come back in, going to kind of like come back in like a very, I almost want to say showy way, in a very grand romantic gesture way, or in a very serious, stable, grounded way, where they're going to be able to like re-enter. So I would say, and I do feel like they want to re-enter you. So I feel like your person is going to try to come back in, but they might not respond to little jabs or little baiting them, or little, like, if you're the type that like sends them little like text messages or emails, and they might not respond to that. They might not respond to bids for attention. or trying to engage them in arguing. I feel like they are going to avoid that, but I do feel like they are going because I do feel like because they love you, and I feel like they don't want you guys to be arguing and have a power struggle. They want you guys to come to each other in a very like grounded, healthy, stable way, so you guys can plan to move together in like a beautiful way. So there is that. So I get the Four of Wands. I feel like your person will make a move, but it will be later. And in the extended, I'll be able to look at like a time frame of maybe when. All right. So, which I will add definitely for sure. So I would say yes, they will. Probably not within 3 months, but definitely later, and definitely a big one. And actually, I feel like if this is somebody that you deeply love and want to be with, it would be, I would say, probably worth waiting for. But if this person is a toxic person where they are, I feel like they are trying to grow. I feel like they are trying to make the situation better. They are trying to, you know, move forward. I feel like they're trying to heal. They're trying to get their life together. They're trying to get themselves back together. So there is that. For your final message now, before I go to the extended, because I know we're at half an hour, I will do a few messages from them and then talk to you a little bit more in regards to the extended. All right, so for your final message, I have 3 piles. I have light side, shadow side messages, and I will pull 2 of them for what your person is going through in regards to you right now. I have the Trick or Treat Tarot Oracle cards. I will do 2 of them to see what is your person feeling in regards to you right now or going through. And I have Stellar Energy Oracle. I will pull 2 of them. And then this is going to be interactive. You guys are going to pick your pile. If you watch my videos a lot, you know the drill. Okay, so for your first pile, if you are drawn to this pile, I have this beautiful glittery heart. For the second pile, I would say we're going to use this beautiful amethyst. And for the third pile, it's going to be symbolized and represented by this beautiful glittery yellow geode. All right, guys, so feel free to pick pile 1, 2, and or 3 to get some messages from them to you today, and then we'll go into the extended. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to choose which pile or piles are resonating with you, and then unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay, guys, so first of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, watching my video, your likes and your comments, your sharing on social media, telling your friends. I appreciate all of that, watching my ads for 30 seconds while they're on silent in the background, and for your donations to the channel. All of that really helps me out and helps my channel so much. If you guys would like to make a donation as tips for these readings, you can go to my PayPal or Venmo. My information is in the description box, or you can go to my Super Thanks button, and that all helps me very much. If you guys have not subscribed and you want to, welcome to the channel. This is the 5th Halloween video. I have a few more coming up, as well as all sorts of fun videos after that. So I hope you guys stick around. And if you haven't checked out my other Halloween videos, I encourage you guys to do that, especially if you are new here. So feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell that says all, and that will give you guys updates of whenever I release all new videos. For the time being, I am releasing them on Fridays. And I also have a website, fairyastrology.com, if you guys are looking for a private reading. So I offer readings over the phone or over a video call wherever you are in the world. And I can channel for you in regards to you and your person using their birthdays and your astrology charts. And I can also use tarot and oracle, especially if you don't know their birthdays or their birth time or your birth time or whichever. So let me know if you would like a private reading, and I'm here for you. Okay, guys. So I have this beautiful glittery titanium heart. For those of you who have picked this pile, your person is feeling very light towards you. It says, I feel safe confiding in you. And that is where their higher self is guiding them to open up. That is where they're guiding them to take action. That is where, because they know that they feel safe with you, they trust you, they know that you'll take care of them and nurture them. And when they're being good, they know that they will be treated like a king. And I regret my actions towards you. So your person is feeling remorse, especially if they did something to do you wrong. They might even just regret having broken up with you or hurting you during the breakup. They might have regretted hurting you during the connection or during the relationship. Or if you guys are ones where you guys haven't broken up, but you guys have ended your connection, like it was a situationship, I feel like your person regrets how they treated you. Then I get manifestation, treat yourself. So I feel like your person is trying to manifest you back in the right timing. So that is good. I like the magician energy. This is Gemini energy. They're really trying to create a magical life for themselves so that I feel that they can really give to you or give to this connection, or so that it can really support this connection. And I get treat yourself. So it does seem like your person is right now at this time, I feel like they're trying to treat themselves. They're trying to pamper themselves and they're trying to make things good. But at some point in the future, when they come in with that Four of Wands, they're going to want to treat you too. So I feel like that on some level, I think they think that maybe they are making choices right now so you guys can have a better future. For other of you, I feel like they are just trying to treat themselves or do lots of self-care to bring them up from the rock bottom. And I get mirrored souls and poetic justice. I feel like your person does feel like you guys are meant to be together, that you guys are like twin flames or soulmates or mirrored souls. I feel like your person feels like they would like to have a very serious commitment with you at some point when they're ready. And I do feel like they would like to take action on that for you guys for this pile. So there is that. Libra energy is very strong here. And I would even say more Gemini energy with mirrored with the twin energy. So I would say Gemini and Libra energy strong. All right, for those of you who have picked this amethyst, your person, shadow side, your person's in their shadows. It's too scary to admit that I'm in love with you. So your person might be having a hard time admitting they're in love with you or admitting to you that they're in love with you. So they might have fears and anxieties over telling you that they love you, or them acknowledging that they love you to themselves, or being vulnerable at all. And I get, it says, I contradict myself and give you mixed messages. So your person contradicts themselves. They say one thing and then they do another, or they say one thing and then they say another. And it seems like your person does this because they get anxious, because they get scared, because of their love for you and they don't know what to do about it. It seems like maybe they don't know how to move forward with you in a situation where you guys are in right now. And because they're in love with you, it makes them feel like scared. Do they have to leave this, lose this, give this up? Would you move on? Would they not be able to have it? I want pile one to run free and do their thing and be happy in life, and I want them to have a happy life, but also that means that I feel hurt and I don't want to cause myself pain. So there's like a conflicting energy going on. I get leap of faith. So I feel like your person is going to take action on you. I feel like they are going to take a leap of faith. So there is this, and I get Queen of Swords. I definitely feel like your person sees you again as a queen. So that has come up very strong, and that's very beautiful. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Leap of faith is the Fool card. I feel like your person wants to take a leap of faith towards you, their queen, but they are feeling very scared and anxious, and that's why they just mess themselves up all the time, which messes you up all the time. So there is a tough one. But your person does want to give you a lasting promise. This is definitely Four of Wands, and they're standing firm about that. So they have not changed their mind about wanting to be with you for real and wanting to come in, even though they're scared right now. So that has not changed. So lasting promise, engagement ring, or marriage, or very serious relationship, and they are standing firm in that. Then your person that you have picked this beautiful yellow geode, your person is showing up in their shadows and in their light. So it seems like I am secretly heartbroken. Yes, we did see that sweet scar that is sad. So your person's secretly heartbroken. And it says, I still love you and I want to be with you. So your person is secretly heartbroken because they love you and they want to be with you. So I do feel like your person, and I'm not sure what the other two piles will be, pile 2 and pile 3 in this video, because I have not channeled them yet. But I do feel like your person definitely wants to take action on you, and they definitely want to. And I feel like they will end up making a big move towards you, like a large show of gesture. I get King of Hearts. There's that King of Cups card again that we got for your person already. So we have the King of Hearts, King of Cups, water sign king, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. And I get recovery. Yes, your King of Cups is going through recovery. We got their card being in the reverse, being negative, being out of alignment, and distorted King of Love. So your person is going through a recovery time right now. So there is this. So I do feel like that even with the ghost here, maybe that's why your person is ghosting you or not talking to you, because they're recovering right now and they are needing to recharge their energy. They are needing to come back in stronger and better, but they need to recover first and they need to come back into alignment. And then it says looking inward and strong bonds. So your person definitely reflects very deeply in regards to you and about your relationship and connection, because they know that you guys have such a strong bond. They know this when they look inside themselves. They know this when they look at you. And it seems like that is why they have so much love for you with the King of Cups. They just need to recover. It's like your person almost is like in a romantic hospital right now. So your person will pursue you, I feel, when they make it out of it, basically. All right, so that is what I have for you, my darlings. Now I'm going to show you what we will cover in the extended. All right, guys. So I have my little witch's black cat here. Apparently he needs the throne. So I will just kind of sit over here while I cover for you what we're going to focus on in your extended. So first of all, I have this really cool Tarot de la Nuit. It's a vampire deck. I love it. I'm going to use this to channel for you answers in regards to these questions. I'm going to pull two of them in regards, ooh, interesting, to what question I should channel for you in the extended that the universe and that spirit wants you to know. All right, I have 4 questions that I feel like would be very important. And I'm not quite sure which ones the universe wants for me to channel for you. So actually, I think I will, okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use all 4 of these, and I'm going to pull one card from Tarot de la Nuit to answer each one of these questions. One being, should you wait or should you move on? What should your next move with your person be? What are their secrets? And will they fight for you? And will they pursue you? And I have, yes, you good boy. I have a timing deck. So this will talk about when will they make their move, their grand romantic gesture. And what will it be with the Tarot de la Nuit. Also, okay, he moved. Also, I have more about what are they thinking and feeling about you with the Chocolate Candy Kisses, Sugar Rush of Love. They are right now thinking about loyalty and vows. Who do they want to be loyal to? Who do they want to make a vow to? If they want to make a vow to you and be loyal to you, what does that look like for them? What does that mean for them? What does that entail? So we're going to go more into more of these Chocolate Candy Kisses, Sugar Rush of Love cards. I have their mysterious heart, so we're going to look more into this. And also their late night thoughts. What were they thinking about you late last night? No one else understands me. All right. So they were thinking a lot about you late last night. We're going to check in the extended and get some more information. All right, guys, if you want to join me for the extended, you guys are the Black Potion. I will see you guys there, pile 1. And feel free to go to the description box now and click on the link for pile 1, Black Potion. And I will see you there. If you're not going to the extended, no worries. I'll see you guys in the next video, maybe the 6th video in my Halloween series, or in the comments, or in a private reading, or in any of my archives. I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading today, where we are focusing on no and low contact situations between you and your person. Obviously, you guys have picked a little ghost, so maybe you feel a little ghosted. First of all, how cute is it? I really love, honestly, cutest ever. Maybe you feel ghosted by your person. Maybe you're wanting them to come back. Maybe it's just been like such a long time since you've heard from them. You're wondering, do they still think and care about you? We want to know, will they ever make a move? So will they come back in? Will they make a move? Will they, what move will they make, if they make any move at all? And when maybe would that be? I have all sorts of messages here for you today in your reading. I am glad you're here with me. Of course, you have picked this little ghost with its sippy cup. So cute. I have my little pumpkin brew here going on as well. So in honor of your sweet little ghost. You also have picked the Let's Fall in Love Oracle. So that is very exciting. I am going to be pairing it with a tarot though, because I like to start off looking at some relationship spreads. So I will be layering this with the tarot, and that's going to get very complicated and very juicy. So maybe your connection with your person is very complicated. I have the Boo Tarot, which is a great tarot card deck to use. It's one of my favorites. Again, it's a little ghosty theme. And I have crystals for you to bless your reading today, and maybe these crystals will help you as you are grounding yourself and healing yourself from your connection with this person. So I have this beautiful carnelian crystal, very beautiful. It's great for creativity. It's great for sexuality and passion. And your person might be somebody that is very creative. So I do have this crystal here. I will put it by your sweet ghost. And I have Larimar. This is a wonderful crystal for communication. So anything throat chakra, anything blue is good for communication. And obviously that's what we want to increase between the two of you while because you guys are in a no or low contact situation. So I will put this here for you while I channel for you about your person. So I'm going to layer Let's Fall in Love, but first I'm going to start off with a spread in regards to your person's higher self, because I want to see a little bit about like what are they being guided to do in regards to you right now. Are they listening to their intuition? Are they listening to what they feel like is correct or right? Are they doing anything about it? Will they do anything about it? How are you showing up in their life for them, from their point of view? All right, and I will layer. So I'm going to layer one card to represent these first three cards, their higher self. Then a card for the past, a card for the future, a card for their conscious mind, how you're showing up, what they want, and a longer term future. Okay, so we're layering a few, and then I'm going to go into a relationship spread to check in to see what's going on as well, and I'll layer more cards as well. All right, so first of all, I want to see their higher self. Where are they being guided to, or what are they being guided to do in regards to you? So I get they are being guided to talk to you. I get the Ace of Swords. That is actually wonderful. The Ace of Swords is a card of new beginnings, strength and bravery, being bold, having courage, being able to communicate effectively. I like the rainbow, so it's like a rainbow after the storm, and their higher self is guiding them to come in and make stuff happen with you, take action on you in this connection. So their higher self is guiding them to do this. And then I get the Justice card in reverse, but maybe not have a commitment. So I would say it started so good. So their higher self is guiding them, being like, you know what, you need to come in, talk to pile one. You need to talk to pile two. You need to talk to pile two. You need to talk to them. But then I'm getting especially Libra energy. There may be Libra in your person or in you. And it says, but maybe not have a commitment. It maybe is not a commitment right away. Maybe it's talk to them, have a new beginning, and then maybe later you could have a commitment. Or maybe this isn't a connection where you guys are meant to have a marriage or a commitment, but maybe you guys just have more stuff to figure out or to do. But either way, it seems like your person's higher self is definitely guiding them to talk to you. New beginnings. Two of Cups. Okay. Maybe they also want them to talk to you about commitment, to process what do you think about commitment? What do you want for a commitment? What do they want for a commitment? And where are your fears holding you guys back from having a commitment with each other? Where do you guys have worries or concerns or fears about being able to be a team? So here's the Two of Cups. Here's the two of you in a hot tub having sexy romantic times. So it's very beautiful. And in this, they are cheers. You know, it does say potion, amour, so love potion. It does seem like your person was kind of drinking some love potion in regards to you. So drinking some potions, cheers to relationships. So I feel like your person is actually very smitten by you and is definitely drinking up some love potion for sure. Your person is clouded by confusion. So here's the thing. Your person's being guided to talk to you, but they might not be hearing their intuition. This can happen a lot. I get clouds, like maybe if they're smoking, if they're high, if they're doing weed. Maybe your person's confused or clouded if they are like foggy mentally, because let's say they like are a stoner, you know. Maybe they're just not hearing their intuition, or maybe they're being guided to talk to you and pursue you and have a commitment with you, but they're confused as to what kind of commitment to have, or when should they talk to you, or how should they tell you this. So it seems like your person is feeling very cloudy. It seems like I get two major cards with commitment, one being committed, another one not. Maybe situationship, maybe gray area, maybe committing later. And then it seems like your person is a little bit like disoriented, maybe has a hard time hearing their intuition, or doesn't know how, when, why, what to do, say, act on, etc. In the past, your person was very afraid to let you see the real them. They were keeping a lot of things private and to themselves. They were very closed off. It makes sense if they've ghosted you, if they haven't replied to a lot of your messages, if maybe they just kind of fizzled things out. It seems like your person in the past was afraid for you to see the real them. And then I get Ace of Wands in reverse. Your person did not take action on you when maybe they could or should have. Interesting how this card is very similar to the first one with the rainbow, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's in reverse. So where on one hand, your person's higher self is like, oh my God, tell pile two, talk to them, talk to them, talk to them. Rainbow. And it seems like they're in the past, they were like, yeah, I should, I will, and never did. And then it seems like that they just didn't take action on you. So in the past, they weren't taking action. They weren't creating a new beginning. And even now, your person's higher self is like, oh my God, just do it. Oh my God, just do it. So it's like, kind of like your person is kind of like, your person's guides are just like, not like, I feel like they're so loud they won't shut up. I feel like your person's guides are not going to shut up and be quiet until your person finally does. So I feel like your person's higher self is on your side, babe. So Ace of Wands in reverse. Your person was supposed to be like free and take action on you or whatever, but it seems like, or maybe they weren't because it wasn't the right timing, but now it is, and your person's higher self is like, oh my God, do it, do it. Also, I'm getting two flames here in this card. So see, it's like your person wouldn't take action on a twin flame connection or on the two of you. So, and the reason why they didn't want to take action on it was because they didn't want to be seen. They didn't want to be known. They didn't want you to see their flaws, their faults, their, qualities. It seems like they were gonna take action or should have, or they could have, but then they were like, no. Pile two is going to know too much, and I can't let them see this part of me. I can't let them see this or that. Maybe they wouldn't love me or wouldn't like me, or I can't really honor my true self. In the future, in the next 3 months, what is most likely to happen? So I get trying to find my way back to you, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. It's like your person, if they're on a trip, they're trying to come back. I feel like your person's trying to find their way back to you either geographically and literally, or they're trying to find their way back to you like emotionally. It's interesting, the Eight of Wands is usually a card of travel, and on this card you can see train tracks. Interesting how it seems like right now they're just so clouded by confusion. They don't have clarity, and they're not like, I feel like their head's so foggy. I feel like your person might be doing drugs or some substances. And I get that your person, usually the Eight of Wands is like, look at this, upright, flying in, communication quick, things speeding up. But in this card, it's almost like they're in reverse. It's cute. I'm getting a Harry Potter reference for some of you watching. So it seems like they're trying to find their way back to you over the next 3 months, but they're just kind of going backwards. So, and also maybe trying to find my way back. Maybe they're coming back in. Maybe they are going back to you. So the Eight of Wands is usually moving forward, or communication speeding up, or travel speeding up, or this connection progressing, but it's in reverse. It's almost kind of like your person feels like they are turned around, upside down, flipped around, and backwards. Your person doesn't seem oriented, and they seem like they don't know what they're doing or where they're going. So your person feels very lost. What does your person's higher self want to remind your person about? Queen of Fire. Your person's higher self is trying to remind them about you, that you are their queen, that you are an amazing catch, that you are a hottie, you are somebody gorgeous, you are a queen, you are empowered, you are incredible, you are a wonderful match to them. I'm getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, that you are somebody who can take action and make stuff happen, make magic happen, that you are somebody that is like this fire queen. So your person's higher self is like, you would never get better than pile 2. Oh my God, hurry up. Oh my God, what do you need to know? What more do you need to see? Pile 2 is everything. It's almost kind of like your person's higher self is so frustrated with them. Okay, then I get conscious mind. They are feeling like they don't know if they can commit to you. It also says, if I know then what I know now, I would have done things differently. So your person's higher self is trying to guide them to talk to you, to, be in a connection with you, to get back together with you, or to come back into your life. But with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it almost feels like your person thinks maybe I can't have it. Maybe I can't have pile 2. Maybe pile 2 wouldn't commit to me. I get the Queen of Coins. Maybe I'm not worthy of pile 2. It's almost kind of like their higher self is trying to tell them, like, you are this amazing queen. And it's like their conscious mind is like, but what if they're not my queen? What if they're not amazing? What if they're not a commitment-oriented person? What if they're not? What if, fear. And it says, I don't know. If I know then what I know now, I would have done things differently. Maybe they think they lost their chance with you. Maybe they feel like I feel like one of the messages is they might have read something in a book, and that might have given them some insight. Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy as well. So it seems like your person is having what ifs. Like their higher self is saying, pile 2 is amazing. They're your partner. They're amazing. Go get them. And they're thinking, oh my God, but what if it doesn't work out? Oh my God, what if pile 2 doesn't like me? What if they don't want to commit to me? What if and maybe that's why they're having a Justice card in reverse and 2 of Cups upright, where they're like, I want to be with pile 2, but I don't know if they would ever commit to me. I feel like your person is paralyzed in what ifs. How you show up to them, or your card in this, is the Moon. You are confusing to your person, but very psychic and very emotionally evolved, but also you might come across as being emotional, or they might not know what to do with your emotions. I get this wolf howling at the Moon. I feel like they are like crazy for you. So there is that. And it's almost kind of like they're crazy for you even when you're not doing anything. Like this little ghost is sleeping in this moon, but this wolf is still howling. Like you're not doing anything and this person is all stirred up. So there is that. And then I get ignoring the warning signs. It seems like maybe you are ignoring red flags in this connection. Maybe their indecisive energy is a red flag and it seems like maybe you're ignoring it. Or maybe you're very aware of it, but you're all like, yeah, but I still want them. It also, because it seems like there's a feminine energy with a bird's wing over your eyes. It's almost kind of like you're like, you know what? I know that there are some red flags here, or I know that the situation is difficult, or I know that they are, confused or not taking action or always in paralysis or whatever. But it seems like you're maybe not looking at that as like a big sign. It seems like you're looking at it like, but I still feel feelings for them. I still want to be with them. I'm getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So there is this. So you might also still want to be with them despite the warning signs. What they want above all else, you've sparked my interest. So they want to open up to you. I get that they do want you to see the real them, but they might need a little prodding. So you've sparked my interest. It seems like they are very interested in you. They are very fascinated. You've definitely captured their attention. You definitely have their, you definitely have their focus. And it says 4 of Pentacles, but in reverse. Look at how they're trying to this ghost is trying to hoard or hold on to or be possessive. But also it's in reverse. And so what happens when it's like the ghost is eating all these coins, but they're just going to fall out of his open little mouth. And also it seems like they're trying to hide things, keep things concealed, but the ghost is see-through. You can't really hide something in the see-through. So your person, I think, is like, I am so transparent. I know that pile 2 is going to know anyway. even if I hide it, even if I don't want them to see the real me, even if I ghost them and I go far away, they're still gonna know. They're still gonna perceive it anyway. They're still gonna know. And it seems like your person is wanting to open up. They are wanting to open up to the things that are already pretty obvious and tell you something that's maybe like an open secret or something that you already know, but they need to confirm it. So there is this, and your person is wanting to to let it all come out into the open. And that's what they really want. They really want to be transparent. They really want to, show you everything, but they have fears. I feel like they just really want to be accepted for who they are. And then in the future, which pairs with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I get the Knight of Cups, which is represented by a ghost with a sword and balancing priorities. Your person, the reason why they're trying to get back to you, but the reason why they keep getting turned around and backwards is because they keep getting distracted by life, almost like they have life ADHD, where it's like they have so many distractions. They might be like, you know what, I have a plan. I'm going to call pile 2 today. And then they get so busy that by the end of the week, they were like, oh, I was going to call them a week ago. But I just couldn't. I just got pulled into a meeting, and then I got pulled into renovating my house, and then I had to visit my mom, and then I had to go do this thing, and then now 5 days have gone by, and I was gonna actually message them. So it seems like your person might be very swamped and busy, or have a chaotic life, or a chaotic lifestyle, or maybe even a chaotic mental headspace. So there is that. And interesting how the Eight of Wands is in reverse, the Knight of Cups is in reverse. It's like these traveling motion cards are in reverse. It's almost kind of like your person doesn't know how to get back to you. It's almost like a GPS that keeps getting lost. It's like your person wants to come back, but they just feel like maybe I can't prioritize pile 2. I just can't make room in my life for pile 2. So I think that's kind of what it is, because pile 1 was a video about people that have dated and have broken up, and will they make a move and get back together. So if that's your situation, maybe pile 2 is for you. This is more like I am a busy, chaotic, anxious, overwhelmed, stressed out stress monster, and I don't know how to make my life better, detox and get clear, maybe get off weed, be able to get clarity, maybe figure some shit out. And you're still kind of like, but I'll wait for you, and maybe you will straighten out your life and your headspace one day. So it's almost kind of like maybe you're waiting for somebody that is always a cyclone to kind of calm down and connect with you. Like you might be waiting for the Tasmanian devil to have tea with you or something. All right. Then I have, so a relationship spread, which we will also use the Let's Fall in Love Oracle. So what's going on right now, and will they make a move in the next 3 months or beyond 3 months' time? Okay, Let's Fall in Love Oracle. I want one for you, one for them in the past, one for them in the next 3 months, one from them beyond that, and one for you beyond that. Will you still be waiting around? All right, let's see. So for you on your side, you are obsessed with your person, you sweet darling. You are just waiting for them to get it together, and you're infatuated. I get the card that says batshit crazy for you. You are so infatuated with them, even if it's not even practical or wise to be. It seems like you are just oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, hi, 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 hi. It's you are so infatuated there. That's so funny. And I get the King of Swords. You're seeing them as your King of Swords, your intelligent, smart king. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You see them as actually evolved, and you see them as upright and, so smart, so kind, so lovely, so stoic. And then I get the Knight of Coins. I feel like you think, you know what, they're moving forward towards me. If I'm just patient enough, they'll come in. They'll try to find me. I know they're going to try to find me. And maybe that's your moon intuition talking. Maybe that's just your blind passion talking. But it seems like that maybe you're overly optimistic. But it seems like that there's a piece of you that's oh, my person's going to come back in. They're going to find me. They're going to come to me. It's okay. They're my king. And I'm just crazy for them. You might be a little delulu sometimes, but also I feel like you get confirmation from them too. So I don't think that you're totally crazy. I think that you're like really, 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 really wishful thinking, hopeful. And also they give you confirmation of that. Like they give you hope because they give you pieces that like reinforce this. So they're giving you hope. By their actions. It's just maybe breadcrumbing and over time. And so you might be like, see, we're making progress, we're getting closer, even if it's just kind of dragged out breadcrumbing. So there is this. But I'm also getting the Strength card in reverse. And so what it's doing though, or where you may be watching this video for or experiencing, is while you're like, I'm waiting for them to come for me, I'm waiting for them to choose me, I'm waiting for them to make progress, I'm just waiting because I'm infatuated. What it's doing is it's draining your energy. So I'm getting the Strength card in reverse. So while you're waiting around or hoping they're coming forward for you, it's draining your energy, maybe draining your confidence in yourself, confidence in this connection. Maybe it's making you question things. Maybe it's making you insecure or questioning your value. So that might be just kind of the piece that I would say to you is like, okay, well, like make sure you just keep monitoring that piece. Because if that's the case, then I would say, all right, then maybe some detachment could be healthy while they're figuring it out. But I would say that in the meantime, though, you're probably very happy and excited for them to come forward for you. I'm getting Leo energy. I'm getting Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy again, masculine for them, as well as Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, masculine for them. For them, on their side, they are thinking. You're like batshit crazy for them, and they are like, what choice should I make? Let me think. Let me get stuck in my head. Let me get stuck in my mind. I don't know what to do. I'm hopeful too, though. So what's nice, though, so they might be in like a Two of Swords energy right now. I love the Star. So the Star that shows up, I mean, your person is like, yes, I have hope for pile 2 and I to make it happen. I'm really attracted to pile 2. They are so hot. I just fantasize about being with them. So where your person might be delulu is they might be like, okay, I am obsessed with pile 2 also. They're also so hot. I'm also drawn to them like a moth to a flame. I'm also wanting to be in their life, but my life is so chaotic. I get twisted around. I can't do. It's almost like your person is like, it's almost like your person is hopeful for this connection and fantasizing about this and would like love to be lucky enough to have this, but then their life is a little cyclone and they just don't know how to figure it out to be able to be present for you. But the Star is great. Aries and Aquarius energy is strong. The Devil, Capricorn, Scorpio energy is strong. Look at that. They want to lick you like a lollipop, baby. They absolutely are like, what a delicious piece of candy pile 2 is. And I absolutely want to gobble them up and suck it down with this little sippy cup action. So I would say your person is like, absolutely yes. They are a snack. They are a treat. I just want to eat them up. And they are so yummy. And they are like in kind of fantasy mode about how hot you are and how delicious you look. And they're thinking about decisions. I think they're like, how do I get this? How do I do this? Do I take some time and go to the store and pick out the candy and then buy the candy and then bring it home and then eat it secretly under my bed where no one can see me? Like, it's almost like they are thinking like, how do I get to eat this candy? Which is you. And then I get the Four of Cups. Well, then they're all like, but I don't know how to make my life happen and support it. I'm like immersed in this lifestyle. It's almost kind of like their lifestyle is so chaotic and so disrupted that they don't know how to obtain you, somebody they really, really want. So there is this energy, and they are also very bored with their life. They don't like that it's chaotic. They don't like, I feel like it's very unfulfilling to them in many, many ways. And you're the shiny temptation. You're the shiny candy that they want. So they're like, ooh, I would like this very much, please, actually. But they don't know how to obtain it or get it. It seems like they feel like they have a lot that they need to take care of first. Full of ups and downs. In the past, you guys have probably been like the classic gambling relationship where it's like you're at a slot machine and you keep pulling the lever and sometimes you get payout and a lot of times you lose your money. And it seems like because there have been some payouts, you're like, I'm going to win big if I just keep it up. You know, it's almost kind of like that. Like you get some confirmation from them scattered throughout time and you're all like, yes. And then when they communicate with you or you get some validation, it's like a high. And then when they don't, it's like a low. And you're all like, oh my gosh. And you're a Ferris wheel or like a roller coaster of just waiting for the next high. Your person, oh, and that's your person too. They also felt the same way where they would get ups and downs because this is how they're connecting with you in the past. So they also felt the same way. I feel like you mirroring each other because I feel like you absolutely feel this. They also feel this, but I would say that it's interesting where you're both kind of mirroring this energy. I feel like you feel it very strongly, which is why I was almost like, oh, this is your card. But then I realized, no, wait, this is the card that is in context from them. So they also have ups and downs. They might be moody. They might be feeling like an intense high with you and then a low when, you know, they're bored with their life and you're not around. In the past, I get the Page of Wands. I get that you've looked so hot. You've looked so gorgeous. You're a delicious candy. You have been like, ooh, look at me. Please come forward for me. You have been like the ultimate temptation for them. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And then I get the Five of Cups. But then there was in reverse. So there was like some healing that happened between the two of you. I feel like just being in each other's lives, you guys have helped each other heal in many ways. I don't feel like you guys are sad or depressed over your person currently, or even in the past. I don't feel like they were depressed because of how this dynamic worked or didn't work with you. I feel like you were the hot electric thing beckoning them to you. They felt like you were very healing and you helped them heal in some way. And I feel like you actually mutually both helped each other heal. So that's great with the Five of Cups. So you helped them heal from something that was very depressing for them, very sad for them. So you were like a healer and helped them heal in the past. And then I get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you guys were trying to plant seeds to grow something, but it didn't really grow. I feel like you healed your person or they healed because of you, but they were supposed to be able to act on it and move forward from it, and they didn't. And they were supposed to grow something with you and they didn't. And maybe you guys were really, really patient, and now it kind of has gotten to the point where you're like, you know, actually, as batshit crazy as I am for them, I might be losing patience. And your person's getting to a point where they are still stuck in indecision mode, but getting so frustrated with themselves and their inability to make choices that they're also like, I am getting done with my patience too. So I feel like your person and you are both kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, can we just make this happen already? In the future, 10 of Cups, upright, so happy. So in the next 3 months, I feel like you guys are going to be able to have something big. I feel like they will take some action on you. And I love the 10 of Cups. That's ultimate happiness. There's like a family happiness. There's romantic love happiness. There's the two of you being like cuddly, happy little ghosts in a home. Again, like kind of like a rainbow, but like a muted, like a dispersed watercolor rainbow. Whereas your other rainbows were pretty like defined. This one is more just like a glow. So that's beautiful, and like playing and picnicking and having a good old time. So that's wonderful with the 10 of Cups. Disappearing act. Oh my gosh, look at your little ghost again. So your person might come in, give you this happiness, and then ghost you again. Because then I get 5 of Pentacles upright, which is a rejection, paired with the ghost ghosting. And then the 7 of Wands, the resistance is leaving. So I feel like they still are stuck in a pattern of giving you happiness and then disappearing and ghosting you and leaving. But it's less. Because I feel like with the 7 of Wands, the resistance is in reverse. So the better times are longer. The disappearing, ghosting, rejecting times are fewer and less. And so I feel like there's progress. So I would say it's not so much like a grand romantic gesture, but it's more like reducing negative behaviors from like 9 negative behaviors down to like 5. So in therapy, they always say it's not about eliminating everything completely, it's reducing it. So like 5 nightmares down to 3 nightmares per week is like a win, apparently, in therapy, which I don't know about that, but that's one thing. It's measurable progress. So your person might still ghost you and reject you and be in this mode, but also they resist you a lot less and be able to have a lot more and a lot happier energy with you with the 10 of Cups. So I feel like it's progress, not perfection in the next 3 months, and that you guys are making a lot of progress. And it seems like if you've been trying to wear them down, they are wearing down. If you've been trying to break their resolve and tempt them to you, there is a lot of, they're not going to be able to resist that for long. So there's that. I feel like it's going to be working. Beyond that, I can feel you waiting for me. So your person is still like, I know pile 2 is waiting for me. I know they're waiting for me to come forward. And then the 9 of Swords in reverse. Because they can feel you waiting for them, a lot of their worries and panic attacks and anxieties, where I feel like they are an anxious person, a lot of that is starting to be challenged. A lot of their anxious thoughts are starting to lose power over them. Their stress and their worries and anxieties are starting to go away. So it's kind of like their anxieties can't torture them as much when they get more confirmation from you and they are like, okay, so this is good. So it's almost kind of like they are starting to have more of a secure attachment style with you, or just them knowing that you're waiting for them, or that you're giving them like a secure base. You're giving them like a constant like form of like, I'm always here for you. And then they've seen this over time many times that they're like, okay, they will be here for me. They might not, they might leave, but they're probably here for me. So it's kind of like they're going to start to challenge some of these panic attack thoughts with logic, with experience, with time, with repeated action. And it seems like this skittish horse is going to start to feel very tame. For you, over the course beyond 3 months, I get 9 of Wands and let's meet up. So you're going to still want to see your person and still go on dates with them and still meet up, but you're going to feel very drained and you're going to be like, it's been like pulling teeth for you with this person. And you might even feel like, you know what, I don't know how much I want to continue to keep like pouring all of my energy into something and only getting crumbs. Because the 9 of Wands is a card about like the battle being over. You might be like, honestly, now I'm exhausted. Now I'm like really drained. Like it is so much to maintain you that honestly, like I don't even know how interested in you I am anymore. And I feel like you still want to meet up with them, but you're like, oh my God, when will this battle be over? How long am I going to have to keep giving you 50 million pieces of reassurance? Like, I feel like that your person might be a very high maintenance and they know that and they're keeping it to themselves, which is why they don't want you to see the real them. And so because of that, it seems like more that they reveal themselves to you and their messy parts, the more you're going to be like, oh, I don't know, actually, I think you're right. And maybe I do want to go over here. But, you know, your infatuation for them keeps you there for longer. And you still want to see them. You still want to continue seeing them. You're still like, let's meet up. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. They're still anxious, but less. And you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm feeling really like this is just like so much more trouble than it's worth. And as infatuated with you as I am, I'm really feeling like, dude, you are like exhausting every last patience in my body. So you might feel like a little bit like a wounded warrior, or you might go the other way where you're like, my person is so traumatized. They've had so much trauma. They are such a wounded warrior. I'm just going to continue to be consistent. I'm just going to continue to be the safe space. I'm going to continue to be the loving person that will nurture them when they need it. It's okay, baby. You can come forward to me. We can still meet up. You know, that kind of thing. So there is that. Okay. Now let's go to final messages and then we're going to go to the extended. I am having an extended for you guys today. And I'm going to see what is coming up in the extended after I give you your final message. All right, so I'm going to layer some cards. Here's 2 cards for the first pile. This will be interactive, so you will be able to pick your pile that really draws you in or that resonates with you. So that's light side, shadow side messages. And I have Stellar Energy Oracle. 2 cards. And I have Trick or Treat Tarot Oracle. All right, so we got some ghosts coming up. So we have some ghostly angel aura. Then I have a big quartz ghost. And then, let's see. I'll get a big diamond. All right, so feel free to pick pile 1, 2, or 3. And pause the video if you need more time to decide which pile draws you in as your final message. And unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay, guys. So, first of all, before I get to your final message, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching these videos, for your likes, your comments, your shares, spreading the word on social media, telling your friends, being able to be part of this channel. If you guys have not subscribed yet, I want to invite you guys to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being part of this. And this is video 5 of my Halloween series, so I have a few left to go, as well as some fun videos after that. And if you haven't watched my previous Halloween videos, you may want to, because they are super cutesy and fun. Thank you guys so much for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they are silent in the background and you do something else. Then after 30 seconds, come back to the video and progress forward like nothing has ever happened. That helps me out. I get credit for that, and it boosts me, and it helps me out and the channel. And also thank you guys so much for your donations that you guys have made to the channel as tips for these readings and to help us to keep going and stay alive. I appreciate you guys so much for that as well. If you want to donate to the channel, you can go to the description box. My PayPal and my Venmo are in there, and the super thanks button is also super easy for you guys to donate. So thank you guys for people who have donated in the past. You guys are amazing. It lets me buy cutesy little ghosts like this for you guys, and very fun themed card decks and everything like that. And if you guys would like a private reading, my website is fairyastrology.com. I give readings for you based on your situation with your person or your love life or anything you want to know, over the phone or over video call in every 15-minute interval. The pricing is structured accordingly based on whatever fits for you and your budget. And I can do readings for you based on your love life or anything else. So if you would like my help, let me know. I do it over the phone or video call, so anywhere you are in the world, I can help you. All right, guys. So for those of you who have picked this beautiful angel aura, this ghostly angel aura, your person is feeling wherever you are is home to me. So your person really wants to be with you. They feel like that you are the one that is home, not their geographic location. And it says, being apart has changed my life. So your person does feel like their life is very different, or it's very changed based on being with, basically living their life without you. Broken silence, reach out. This is so wonderful. Your person is so highly guided to do this. I would say out of these 3 piles, at least from what I see so far, your person is the most likely to break the silence and to reach out to you, especially if you guys are in a no contact situation. If you're in a low contact, I feel like they're going to try to increase the frequency of talking to you, or at least they're going to try to have a big conversation where they really open up and they really show you who they are, and they're really like emotionally intimate and all of that. So they are going to reach out to you and break the silence. I get happiness and nostalgia. Oh, look at this cute little camera. It's pink. And then I get happiness. Oh, that's very cute. So your person, I feel like, can have a lot of happiness with you, and they get very happy when they're nostalgic and they think about your romantic moments from the past. So I feel like your person's going to reach out, break the silence, because they're really nostalgic about you. Maybe they see some pictures of you that remind them of memories, or they see pictures of your memories, or they just see pictures of you and they're inspired and it makes them so happy and they reach out. So that is very beautiful. Then, for those of you who have picked this ghostly quartz, your person is feeling, maybe we are too different and that's why we disagree and fight. So your person might be very focused or very identifying of what makes you guys different instead of what makes you guys the same. And then I feel your presence every day. So you guys are probably in a no contact, but you definitely feel each other emotionally. I feel like they maybe see you looking at their social media, or they just feel you in the 5D, or they feel you energetically. I get sweet dreams and true love. Okay, so your person feels a lot of true love for you. They have a lot of dreams where you guys are like really in each other's lives, giving each other so much love. I feel like they have dreams that you guys are actually together, and I feel like they feel you deeply, especially in the 5D, especially in the dreams. And then I get bad blood transformation, RIP. So if you guys, for whatever reason, are broken up or separated, then I would say that your person is going to try to come back into your life to transform any bad blood or any negativity here. Now, when I looked at your cards, you don't seem to have any negativity or bad blood for your person. Almost like excessively not, which is strange. But I would say that it just obviously shows what a big, beautiful heart you have. And also, they may not know this. They might think, okay, well, obviously anybody in this situation would be pissed at me for not reaching out for like 5 months, you know, that kind of thing. So your person might feel like you are upset with them or have bad blood and that they want to transform it and change it, especially with the RIP Scorpio gravestone energy. So there might be some Scorpio energy there. Or if you have said or done anything out of anger or the heat of the moment or out of frustration, your person might be like, I need to like fix that. For those of you who have picked this beautiful Herkimer diamond, your person is feeling, you're always in my heart even though I'm not in touch. So your person definitely is feeling a lot of love for you, that you're definitely in their heart. And I can never find the right words to say to you. So your person is also like, I am not a wordsmith. I am not eloquent. I am not great at conversations. I don't know even what to say to pile 2. And it says, burning passion, pure seduction. They may not be a words person, but they might be a touch love language. I feel like they are sometimes overwhelmed by their passion for you, so they don't know how to communicate to you in a way. They may just want to like pounce on you. They might just want to like show you their passion for you and their great gratitude and love through physical touch, not the words. So they may not know or be very wordy. They might just be somebody that is seductive and passionate. I get Wounded Warrior and King of Wands. King of Wands being an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine. Wounded Warrior, your person might be very sad. They might be overcoming sadness. That it's interesting, we got that 9 of Wands card for you being the Wounded Warrior. It might be that you're just very accurately perceiving your person as being a wounded warrior, having a lot of trauma and needing to break out of that and come out of that. Because I'm getting King of Fire and Wounded Warrior. So your person wants to be like Jack the Pumpkin King and rise up. And I feel like your person is needing to get out of and untangle themselves from their bandages, from their traumas, so that they can glow brightly and shine like a diamond. So there is that. All right, my darlings, that is what I have for you guys for your final message. Now I'm going to show you what I will cover in the extended. All right, my darlings, so I have questions here from Spirit and from the universe that they want for me to channel for you in regards to your person to see what is going on with them and what do you need to know. So I'm going to pull 4, and I'm going to pull 1 card for each one of these questions. So I have Tarot de la Nuit. It's a sexy vampire deck. So I'm going to pull 1 card for each question here in regards to your person for what the universe wants you to know right now. And it says, how do they view you right now? What do they love about you? Will you see each other again soon? When and how will it go? And what is your life purpose together? I also have a timing deck that I will be using as to when will they make a move towards you, because it does look like they will. And so we're going to see what timing will they make a move towards you and what will their move be. So we're going to use these cards and this deck as well. Also, I am going to be using Chocolate Candy Kisses, Sugar Rush of Love, for what are they thinking about you right now. Also, we're going to use Late Night Thoughts. What are their late night thoughts and have thought about you late last night? And what is in their mysterious heart for you? So I'm going to focus on all of those things in the extended. So feel free to join me there if you guys would like to join me. You guys are the Ghost Pile 2. and I will see you guys there. And if you guys don't want to join me there, no worries. I'll see you guys in the next video, maybe the 6th video in my Halloween series, in my archives, in a private reading, or in the comments. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your video today where this is a no or low contact situation between you and your person where you want to know, will they ever make a move on you? Will they ever make a move? So you guys have picked this orange black cat potion, which is very fun. I like this little potions video. I have also picked for you this beautiful little black cat to match. So a black cat might be a very special cat in your life, or you might be connected to cats in general, or there might be a cat connection between you and your person. I also have for you guys the tarot card that you have picked for this video is by Sony Graves. It's her Halloween deck. I absolutely love it. It's so cute. I also am going to blend it today, so you did not pick this in the intro, but I have picked this for you just to give a little more information. I have a Trick or Treat tarot card oracle deck, which is amazing, and I'm also blessing your reading today with a little extra green healing energy with my green obsidian. So I'm going to blend these two decks and bless your energy with these crystals. So first I'm going to start off with a higher self reading. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. This card flipped out. This might be an indicator card. I'm going to check on it. This one is the 9 of Pentacles, which is the card of independence. So you might be single right now, my darling. You might not be in a relationship with your person. This represents single and independent. 9 of Pentacles is an abundant connection. So there might be a lot of passion between the two of you. Like it might feel very fortuitous. It might be, I mean, this is like a cornucopia pumpkin filled with candy and filled with pentacles and money. So it's like there's a lot of blessings in this connection. There's a lot of abundance here. You just might not be together. So I will put this off to the side because I do feel like that's an important card. With your person's higher self towards you, I keep getting cards flipping out, but not in the right way. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to layer on this Celtic cross, I'm going to layer the Trick or Treat Oracle. All right, so 1 card for their higher self, 1 card for the past, card for the future, card for the future. What does their higher self want to remind them to do? Their conscious mind, you, and what they want above all else. All right, so let's see here. So first of all, I'm going to get to the bottom of this, literally. Okay, so I get for you, it says, ooh, Caballera de Pentacles. So I would say that this is the Knight of Pentacles. It seems like your person's higher self is guiding them to progress slowly with you, but to not stop and to not leave. So maybe you guys are at the before part, before you guys are getting together. Maybe you're like, you know, I'm still single, Solaris, but I wonder, like, will my person ever, like, want to ask me out? Ever want to take action? Because the Knight of Pentacles seems like your person's higher self is wanting them to continue and progress with you. Knight of Pentacles is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It is the card of patience, but it's also the card of consistency. So it seems like your person's higher self wants them to be more consistent with you. And I get the Princess of Pentacles, and I love this one. So, and again, I apologize, I am not Spanish. These might be Spanish or Spanglish. I'm not quite sure how many creative liberties she took with the deck, but I want to say there is a knight and there is a page. So I would say there is a prince and princess. It seems like what's so beautiful about prince and princess is this is the same divine pair, the same element of pentacles. So I get the prince and princess together. Your higher selves are like guiding you guys towards sacred union. I love this. Now, I would say that it's still in like immature or early days. I would say it might be that you guys were together when you guys were younger, when you guys were a little prince and princess, or it might be that you guys still have a lot of growth, a lot of potential to have in this connection. But it seems like their higher self would love to pair with you. And it seems like their higher self is trying to get them to pick you. So I love the Page and the Knight of Pentacles. It seems like you're trying to give little bits. You're trying to offer little gestures. Maybe you're trying to give like sweet little thoughtful gifts. I love this one because she is painting on her easel, and she is a pumpkin painting a pentacle, almost like she is painting the Ace of Pentacles. So it's almost like maybe you're creating something right now, or drawing something, or painting something for your person that you want to give to them. Maybe you're making them a present. This is very beautiful. Your person seems like they're juggling two pentacles. They're juggling like almost like two lifestyles, or their career and you, or one major thing and then you. So it seems like they're kind of trying to juggle or feel like they're in two worlds right now. And you're trying to paint your person a beautiful garden of love, basically. I love this. You are so divinely inspired, and I love your creativity. As you can see, there's a lot of orange in this video today, and orange is the sacral chakra of creativity. So I love this. All the orange is very creative. Then I get, it says the High Priestess. I love it. So this is you. This is you being very psychic, very spiritual. It seems like your person is listening to your wisdom, listening to your guidance. I love Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, psychic stuff, dreams, a lot of 5D connecting. So it seems like your prince and princess, this is what tells me. The prince and princess together are planning your future together in the dream time in the 5D, and you guys are going to try to carry it out in reality. So that's amazing. It's almost like you guys are meeting in dreams. You're having 5D interactions. You guys are planning with your higher selves. Can you guys have a future? Can you guys make something happen? And it seems like you guys are really trying. Now I am getting cycle completion. I also feel like there may be a situation where if you guys have been in each other's lives, maybe you guys are trying to see, are you guys over? Do you need to reshuffle, or can you guys keep going? It might be that you guys are coming up to like a checkpoint or an assessment point. With the cycle completion, this is the World card. It might be that if you guys have broken up, that you guys are trying to see like, well, where can we go from here? If you guys are thinking about, can you be together? What in the world needs to end? Is it that you or they are coming to an end of a cycle individually in your lives, where you're thinking about how do we progress together as a couple? What needs to end so that we can be together? Or are you guys ending your connection? I don't feel so, because it seems like their higher self is guiding them towards you. So I would say that it is more like there is something that needs to come to an end for you guys to be together. So I would say it's more that situation. It's so cute because look at how this connects to the indicator card, the main card that came out first in this. Look at this. Two completely different decks, two completely different artists, two completely different tarot decks, and two completely different tarot cards. One symbolizing the Nine of Pentacles, the other one symbolizing the World. And it's almost like there is such a, almost like there is such a magical higher destined purpose between the two of you in this connection. Almost like there is something like more destined and magical between you and your person than maybe any other person there is. Like, this to me seems like there is something so divine, so destined, so same, almost like you guys are twin flames. Look at how you mirror each other. There's such a sameness here. This is very powerful. I feel like that there is something huge in this connection, something you guys maybe even must do. Very big. All right, what's going on in the past? Hope. Aw, that's so cute. And the Hanged Man. It seems like even though your person in the past has been tied up, and that might be the problem, maybe they're involved in a situation. They could be married. They could be in a very serious career. They could be traveling with no, future plans to come back towards, where you are located. It might be that you guys are separated by geography, career, family, marriages, whichever. It seems like your person is tied up in something big right now, and that's something maybe that needs to come to an end, because it seems like even though your person has been tied up with this bat that has been hanging upside down, there is still hope. And it's kind of like, it reminds me of this song. It's actually a Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston song. It's called If You Believe. And it's something about like, if hope is, even though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. And it talked about like, even though there is a difficult situation, that your person is still hoping. It seems like even if there's a difficult situation, that your person is still hoping for this and hoping for a future between the two of you. And that they've been hoping for a while. So there is this. Obviously, I feel like you also have been hoping for a while, but this is all about them. So this is very interesting. So that's actually very beautiful. In the future, in the next 3 months, will they make a move? Your person, okay, they're going to continue to be in their traditional, all-encompassing situation in their life, because I get tradition, which is Hierophant. If your person's married, they're going to be in their marriage. I get the Devil card in reverse. So I would say in regards to this, that it's like your person's going to resist temptation. They're going to resist being selfish and resist kind of gratifying their own needs, especially if they're in a very long-term relationship or a marriage. It seems like your person's going to resist the darker side of them, or their shadow side. It seems like your person is going to try for the next 3 months at least to have integrity and to be in this. Now, if your person's not married, it could be a long-standing career. It could be a very important job. It could be a family dynamic where they are the head of it and they need to be responsible. It seems like for whatever reason, your person is going to continue along doing their traditional lifestyle and resist temptation to go with you. Because I feel like you guys are not together, and I feel like you might be single and they might be involved or married, or they might be very, very stuck in a major career or geographically separated, or for whatever reason, you guys are like apart. So there is this. I'm getting Devil energy. So Capricorn, Scorpio energy is showing up. What your person's higher self would like to remind them about with you. It seems like Wheel of Fortune in reverse and victory. Your person's higher self is trying to help them create victories in their life. This is more like Six of Wands, I feel, with like attention, recognition, so Leo energy. But I get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I feel like your person wants to tell them, 1, people like you don't come around all the time. 2, you're only going to have a very select few opportunities or chances with pile 3. Maybe because there's something else you need to go towards in your life. Maybe because your higher selves are going to reshuffle this if your person can't come forward. Maybe because if they are otherwise engaged and they're meant to be there, you guys really can't be together due to external circumstances that must happen, or that they're choosing to happen, or that you guys are choosing to happen. And so it seems like that while your person has been tied up, they still hope to be with you, but they're resisting the temptation of you to have integrity. And then it seems like something needs to come to an end for you guys to be together, and you guys are planning in the dream time if this can happen, and that your person's higher self is like, dude, you're not going to get unlimited chances with pile 3. What are you doing? And so I feel like your person's higher self is trying to guide them to maybe leave a situation, or to jump on an opportunity with you when it presents itself. Because they're saying it's a victory if they are able to claim this opportunity. But the Wheel of Fortune is like, destiny only comes around a few times. So you're not going to be here forever, and they can't just put you on a shelf and neglect you or not jump at this. So when it comes to like, will they ever make a move? I feel like right now, at least from the cards that I'm seeing so far, they seem pretty stuck, but it doesn't mean that they won't make a move. We're going to keep looking. Their conscious mind right now, I get heated conflicts, and I get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Cups. Heated conflicts and 8 of Cups. Your person knows they have to walk away from a situation in order to be with you. And look at this, what we have yet again. We have this black cat here. And literally, you guys are a black cat potion. It's so interesting. They are conflicted between, I would say, being with you, with this, and the cat here has a knife. The cat needs to like cut off something to be with you, or I would say fighting for you, because it's ghost versus cat, and it's punching gloves versus knife. So it's almost like continuing fighting along in their life doing what they need to do, what they've already been enmeshed in, or cutting it off with the black cat being with you. And you picked a black cat pile, so it seems like they are leaning towards wanting to be with you. It just might be about how do they untangle themselves from this. Because the Eight of Cups is a card about walking away. So do they walk away from what has ensnared them in this spider web, but they are so stuck in it and so ensnared in it that they might feel like it's almost impossible to escape or to get out from. So that's like interesting. So do they continue to keep duking it out where they are, or cut it off and be with you? And that's a conflict that's in their head, in their conscious mind. I feel like it's in their daily thoughts. I feel like they are conflicted every day. Every day they think about this. Do I untangle myself from the spider web that is my life to be with pile 3? Or do I keep continuing to endure it and stick it out? Or do I leave pile 3, but I am tangled in a spider web with them and I can't get out of that so easily because I'm emotionally entangled there? Or do I continue to duke it out with pile 3, even if it creates conflicts because I can't really show up or really be there for them? So it seems interesting. Also, you and your person also might get into spats about this. You guys might get into conflicts about them being unavailable or versus being available. When can they give you attention and time and love versus when are they in their lifestyle and they can't give it to you? So kind of like that. And that might be why you guys are in a no or a low contact situation. For you show up worst nightmare and 7 of potions, which is cups. Wow. Okay. So I actually see here that there is a 9 of swords, 7 of cups situation for you. There might be something that goes along with your person where you're like, I am deeply in love with them, Solaris, but if I were to be with them for real, that would be like my worst nightmare. So it seems like you have a lot of panic, worries, or fears about you guys being together for real, and that is why you don't show up fully, maybe even yourself. The 7 of Cups being in a not commitment with them. Maybe you guys are in a situationship with them where you're not really entirely with them. So I get that there's a question where you won't even maybe feeling like, I love my person deeply, but if I were to commit to them for real, my lifestyle would be bad for me. You might have to put something to death or rest on your side with the gravestone or the casket. There's a Grim Reaper. There's a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern, which is like a haunting one. So you might have worries or nightmares. And interesting how you guys are planning to be together or not in the dream time, because you're also afraid if you guys were to be together, you might be afraid you would have a bad life. Like, I always look at this, and no offense to people who live in Alaska. I used to have this thing when I was in my 20s where I was like, do I love you enough to move to Alaska for you? Because to me, that was like, and I mean, I've heard tales that like Alaska is like stunningly beautiful. But for me, a tropical girl that likes to be around civilization and urban lifestyle, for me to think about moving to Alaska would be like moving to Timbuktu, moving to like the ends of the earth for somebody. And there have been people in my life that I have met from time to time where I'm like, you know what? I love you so much. I would move to Alaska for you. And so that was like my quote that I had in my 20s where I was like, I love this person so much. I would move to Alaska. I would throw away my whole life and I would be with them. But the thing is like, in my head, I was looking at it like that would be torture for me. And that was showing the depth of my devotion, of my passion, of my love, right? So it might be that you feel something similar. You might connect or resonate with that story with your person. You might be like, oh my gosh, Solaris, like I love my life. And if I were to be with them, I would have to make such compromises or sacrifices that I would be miserable. It would be a nightmare to live this lifestyle, you know? So it might be that there's something that's like a nightmare here. Another thing is you guys might have a fear of commitment. The 7 of Cups is a card of fantasy, but not having a commitment, and then worst nightmare. It might be that you like this person in fantasy or love them deeply in fantasy, but in reality, this person could be a nightmare for you. It might be that they've shown to you situations where like you would never want to sign on for that, or they have a lifestyle that would make you miserable, or that like commitment or maybe marriage might make you miserable, or you might think like committing for real would be like Grim Reaper territory for you. You would hate it, that kind of thing. So it seems like nightmares are kind of haunted. And it's interesting how these potions are like flying free, but then it also seems like this bat, which are having bats, and then this bat has like the eye like torn out and sewed up and stuff. So gone through a little ringer. So I would say for you, you might feel like committing to this person as deeply as you love them could be a nightmare for you. Or it would be like bad to get your wish come true in a way. Your person's, what they want above all else, they want, wow, destiny's time is Wheel of Fortune. And your person's higher self is saying you're not going to get endless chances with pile 3. And I get destiny's time, Wheel of Fortune. Here it is, the 2 clocks. Here it is, the 2 wheels. It seems like what your person wants above all else is they want to have destiny with you. And I get justice. They want to have destiny in something where they can really truly pair with someone. I feel like it's that they really do want marriage. They want a very strong commitment. They want justice. They want fairness. They want balance. They want a destined opportunity with you to have this connection. But I don't know if your person is getting it. Or I feel like your person might get a series of opportunities and they might be like blowing it. Or they might feel like, well, I'm getting this opportunity coming my way, but like I can't even have it. Almost kind of like if you're like on a diet and then somebody is bringing you a buffet and you're like, I want it so much, I'm starving, I want it, and I can't have it. I'm depriving myself of it. And so it's almost kind of like your person wants this destiny and they want this connection and chemistry with you and this commitment with you and like all of it. I'm getting Libra energy, but I'm getting that your person is like, but I don't know if I'm, if I can have it because I'm so enmeshed and so entangled in something else. And then I get 3 of Swords and I get hidden fear. So your person's huge fear or hidden fear is for them to cause pain to themselves, you, or even somebody else. Family, spouse, romantic partner, children, co-workers and boss, like they're afraid of destroying something, causing deep pain. It's a hidden fear of theirs. They're probably mostly afraid of hurting themselves or them being heartbroken, them being in pain, them suffering. So there is that. Hidden fear, I get this is the moon, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The 3 of Swords, where it's like stabbing a heart or heartbroken. They're afraid to get their heart broken. They're afraid to break your heart. They're afraid to break whoever else's heart might be involved. And yeah, that's why maybe they're staying in a traditional relationship or marriage or a traditional career or corporate job or whatever. And they're trying to resist the temptation of you. All right, let's see what else. I'm going to see, and that's like within 3 months. But I still feel like that their higher self and your higher self is trying to make it happen. But also I do feel like that there is another piece to it where like the twist is you might not want to be with them for real. And maybe that's something your higher self needs to figure out too. Is that the only path? Is that the only way? Is the only way to be together a nightmare? Or are those unfounded fears? Are those fears that may not have come to pass or may not be a reality there? Okay, so I'm going to do 3 cards for you on your side, 3 cards for your person's side, 3 cards for the past, the future in the next 3 months, will they make a move? And then long-term outcome them, long-term outcome you. All right, so let's see here. So I'm going to see, well, your card is interesting. Your person's card. Past, future, them, you. Okay. So for you, the card that I popped up that I did see was rejection and boo. You're scared of rejection. You have a fear of rejection. You might feel like you've been rejected a lot or like this whole time by your person. There may be a fear of rejection if they pick you for real. Would they then break your heart and reject you and leave you later on down the road? Would they reject you and stay in a commitment but still like lust after other people or cheat on you? You might have a lot of like worries or worst case fears that come with it. Not a surprise, you got the worst, nightmare card. So you might also have a lot of irrational fears or a lot of worries or even fear of commitment. So there is that. You also might feel like, my person's just rejecting me right now, or I'm rejecting them right now. So you may have a fear of rejection. Right now, what's going on, I get the Ace of Cups in reverse. I get the Queen of Swords in reverse. And I get the Hermit in reverse. So you're not really showing your person your romantic love because I get the Ace of Cups being poured out. So you might also be rejecting your person. Or you might be feeling like, you know what, my person's rejecting me right now, and because of that, that is making me lose interest, that is hurting my heart and making me detach, it's giving me the ick, it's making me not feel the feelings, it's making me feel like I need to let go of the feelings and detach, you know, so there may be a survival, like defense mechanism piece going on in you right now. Or you might be like, they've just been rejecting me for so long, Solaris, I think I need to get over it. Maybe I need to get over them. Queen of Swords in reverse, you might be also trying to figure out, do you want to react in an emotional way or do you want to react in a logical way? Queen of Swords is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. I feel like you don't want to leave, you don't want to go away, but you might feel rejected and you might like slink off into the shadows, basically. I get the Hermit in reverse, so you don't want to leave, you don't want to be ghosting them, you don't want to like abandon them, you don't want to like leave. I get Capricorn, Virgo energy. So you don't want to hermit yourself away, but you also don't want to really give them like be so open and flowery with your heart and be like, oh my God, I love you. And, you know, just be so expressive and everything. So you don't want to leave, but you don't want to display and just demonstrate love. You don't want to be so cold because the Queen of Swords is in reverse, but you also might be finding yourself getting more like emotionally reactive while trying to detach emotionally and feeling rejected or feeling like, well, I have to reject my person then because if being together is a worst nightmare and I don't want to do that to myself, then I have to make these choices even if I don't like it or it hurts me, that kind of thing. So I get Queen of Swords, which normally looks like this, but it's in reverse. Your person right now towards you, I'm getting Knight of Wands in reverse. Your person is repressing their passion for you. They are repressing their sexual desire. They're also trying not to be a player, and they are resisting the temptation of you. They're resisting the sexual attraction of you. I get the Three of Cups in reverse. They don't want to be in a third party. If you guys know that your person's in a major relationship or even married, they might be resisting the temptation of you right now. They might be trying to not engage in a third party dynamic with you. They might be feeling very emotional and very confused with the moon, but they might be trying to resist their sexual pull towards you, and they might be trying to resist being involved in a third party situation. And again, third party could be romantic and sexual, or it could be a business thing or a family dynamic. So it seems like your person's feeling very, very emotionally pulled towards you, very emotional, very triggered, maybe even confused, or feeling just very emotional. Usually it's a psychic card as well, but like I don't really know how intuitively your person is really listening to their psychic intuition. I'm also getting that your person might get these psychic hits and then push it aside. I'm getting that spider web in that moon. I think your person is feeling like I am so tied up in my emotions right now. Maybe I'm at the mercy of my feelings and I need to ground myself. It seems like your person is really trying to like balance their feelings and not get like go off the rails. So I'm getting Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, and I'm getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your person, active impulse. Yes, this is literally the Knight of Wands. And so your person is trying to resist the Knight of Wands, but I'm getting it twice. So your person is so wanting to jump in and act on their sexual desire for you. They're so wanting it, but they're repressing it like so much. They're resisting it so much. Literally like the amount of restraint your person is displaying right now like needs to be studied, because your person is trying to hold themselves back so much, and it's not really probably working that well. Because probably a lot of it like slips out and your person acts on impulse. And then a lot of it, your person is doing a really good job locking it in a box and really trying to like restrict themselves. So there is that. In the past, what happened? Your spider web again came out. Instead of cups, in this case, I want to say it's pentacles. So in this case, it's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So their consistency was trash. I feel like they were not able to be consistent. They were not able to show up in a strong, clear way for you. It seems like they were tied up by obligations and responsibilities, spiderweb energy, and not able to be consistent with you. So they were very unavailable. I get the Six of Wands, which is that victory card that we had gotten. So it seems like in the past your person would race in being a hero, but then they would leave. So I would say there was a lot of hot and cold in and out action where they would come in maybe for attention and then leave and try to, focus on what they needed to do. Or they might have come in to give you some attention or have some fun with you and then leave. I feel like your person has deep love for you, so it's not just like a casual connection, but I am getting that your person was feeling like all they can have with you is fun, or like they are so like wanting to give in and act on their desires and have fun with you. So I feel like your person was feeling like very kind of tortured in that way. I get the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is a bat, a heart, and a brain. So it was in reverse, and it seemed like for you what it did was it put you out of alignment to yourself. Your head and your heart were maybe at war with themselves. It seems like you maybe were like, logically I know they're doing this, but emotionally it made you feel rejected and you felt triggered. And then because of that, it seemed like you stopped being super nurturing to them, and now you're in a space where you're not quite logical and cold, but you're not quite emotionally nurturing. You're not quite in their life, but you're not quite out of their life. So there is this, again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, Leo energy. Thirst of curiosity, but it still left you wanting more. It still left you being like, oh my gosh, let me read every book about love. Let me just learn all I can. Let me this is very Page of Wands. I'm also getting Friday the 13th, so that could be important. It could also be January 3rd or the 13th of the month, or a Friday. Could be important, and it seems like this little vampire mouth is biting their lip, like, oh my gosh, I want this so much. And then I get this little Hermione is trying to read spells. Maybe you were trying to manifest, do candle magic, do some spells or something. Maybe you were like, oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty for them. And maybe you were really trying to read up on and research and try to devour everything to give you a clue about your person. All right, so that was very Page of Wands. In the future, in the next 3 months, Three of Cups energy turns around. So they might be in a third party with you if you are not the spouse or partner of them, because I am getting celebration, 3 of Cups. So there is this, and I get 3 little balloons that this little ghost on this pumpkin with a spider web is holding one with the tail, and then 2 are just kind of anchored somewhere. So it seems like that, yeah, in the future, there probably will be a third party. As much resistance of them that they have to try to not be in a third party, they probably will give in to that. I feel like the next move towards you is if they're in a relationship, is they may try to have an affair with you, or they might give in to their temptation or desire towards you, or they might just have so much fun with you that they don't want to stop or they don't want to leave. I feel like that is the kind of next action or the move that they will try to make, or that they will end up kind of succumbing to making. But there's a lot of euphoria and a lot of intensity, and there's a lot of happiness in that in the moment. And I get Page of Cups. I feel like they see you as their princess of love. It seems like Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, they see you as somebody so sweet, somebody so loving, somebody so pure, somebody so big-hearted, and somebody who's the sweetest sweetheart. And then I get the Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh. And then I get I get the 10 of Cups. Holy crap. Okay. Well, I get the Princess of Cups, I get the Knight of Cups, literally together in a beautiful love, and this is within 3 months' time, leading to the ultimate happiness, 10 of Cups. So, okay, they're going to absolutely take action on you. That's probably what you guys are planning in the dream time as we speak, and it seems like it'll probably be an affair. But it also could be that you guys are together and they are sneaky doing it because they can't get caught by their family or their job or whatever. But it seems like that they're going to try to be with you. The Prince and Princess of Love together, 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness. This is amazing. Huge, huge water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and 3 of Cups energy. So it's probably, I don't see them letting go of the other thing though. I don't see them letting go of it. So if you're wondering, will they ever make a move and be entirely single and be with me? I would say probably not yet. But I would say that they will probably have an affair with you or probably jump into that. At least in the next 3 months, or they would try. That would be their move. That would be their trying. In the future, what they will do with you, I get plan of action, and then the Fool in reverse. No, oh my gosh. I feel like in the future, they're going to try to take action, but then they may not pull the trigger. They might not act on it, because usually the Fool is literally plan of action or jumping off, taking a leap of faith. So it seems like your person is going to try to make a plan, and then maybe they can't execute the plan, or they have plans that failed, or they need to make a new plan, or maybe they're like, you know what? I have been in such limbo for forever. I have just not been able to take this leap of faith. I'm just going to make a plan of action and just do it. They might be like, you know what? I am not ready. I have been on the sidelines and on the fence and not jumping into this. I'm going to just do it anyway. So yeah, there is a little bit of this. And then how are you in the future with your person? The Hierophant and determination. You are like determined to marry them like Cinderella. Oh my God, that's hilarious. You are determined to marry them. Okay. Hierophant is marriage or in a very serious committed relationship, and Hierophant, and then, you know, determination. So this is the Chariot. You are determined to meet them. You might travel to see them. You might get on a plane or meet them wherever they are. You are determined, and I feel like you will do anything that it takes to be in this marriage. I get Taurus energy. I get Cancer energy. I get plan of action and the Fool. They aren't ready, but they do it anyway. They're like, I'm not ready to take a leap of faith, but I can make some plans. Maybe they're like, I'm not going to just take a leap of faith off a cliff, but I will make some plans and I will execute and carry out some plans. So your person also might be trying to go back and forth between just like, you know, jumping off the cliff and being able to like make calculated steps. So your person might be like that. And then you're like, I am on board. Okay, so out of all the piles, you guys are actually, and sorry if you wanted to check out other piles, I would say out of all the piles, your person is the one that's going to make the move the best and the most. And the best move. All right, now I'm going to go to your final message, and then we're going to go to what we'll cover in the extended. All right, guys, so I'm going to layer, and I wanted to incorporate the Trick or Treat deck for your pile, and I'm glad I did because it was very enlightening. But I also have been using it for everybody else's final message, so I'm going to continue to do that with you as well. So you're just going to get a little extra Trick or Treat Oracle Tarot today. So I hope you like it. I don't mind overdosing you guys on it, to be honest, because actually it is a seasonal deck, and I only get to pull it out at this time of the year, and this is the first year I've featured it, so I don't mind going bananas with it. So I'm pulling 2 cards of each. So for pile 1, I'm going to symbolize it actually using this amethyst moon because you guys did get the moon card repeatedly. So if you guys are connected to the moon, this might be your pile. For pile 2, I'm going to symbolize it with this beautiful pink rose quartz. And then for pile 3, I'm going to symbolize it with this beautiful malachite. All right, so feel free to pick the pile or piles that resonate with you. Pile 1, 2, and or 3. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time and unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay guys, well before I get to your final message, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. All of your comments, likes, shares, they really help me in the channel. Watching my ads for 30 seconds while they're on silent and you do something else gives me credit and helps the channel, so I appreciate that. So thank you for watching my ads, as well as thank you for your donations. You guys have been donating to the channel. It helps keep us alive. It helps me give you readings. It helps me find cute little seasonal things for you guys, like these potions, like this Trick or Treat Oracle. It helps me be able to channel for you. So thank you guys for that. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, feel free to go to my PayPal or my Venmo or to the Super Thanks button. The information is in the description box. Also, if you guys have not subscribed yet, hi, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys stick around. This is my 5th video of my Halloween series, so I still have a few more, and if you guys have not checked out the earlier ones, I want to encourage you guys to do that as well, because it might help you and your person. I do have all sorts of fun things coming up for you beyond Halloween themed time, so hopefully you guys will be here, and all my archives, of course, can always help you out all the time. They are always timeless, except for my monthly predictions, but you can watch that any year you want. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for this. I also have a website, fairyastrology.com, where I am giving private readings at this time. If you want a private reading from me, I can channel for you about your relationship or anything in regards to your life. And I do it over the phone or video call to anywhere you are in the world. And I channel for you in 15-minute intervals. And I can use astrology, tarot, and oracle. So we'll look at whatever you want. All right, guys. So first of all, thank you guys for being here. Second of all, yay, let's channel for you. Okay, so for those of you who have picked the moon, your person is feeling light and light, okay? You understand me better than anyone else. Your person feels understood by you. They feel supported. They feel safe. They feel loved. They feel like you understand them and get them and love them anyway. And that is a very sacred, beautiful, rare thing to be in, to feel. It was like a fairy tale when we met. So your person is reminiscing about the past, reminiscing when you guys met, how it was dreamy, beautiful, Piscean, like a fairy tale. It was magical. It was amazing. Your person is idealizing the past, but also with good reason, because I'm sure it was beautiful. Ooh, a Halloween party. It seems like they want to party with you, but it seems like they're so cautious about that. They are being reserved. They're like, oh my gosh, I totally want to go and party with pile 3. But what if it leads to negative consequences? What if, I drink too much punch and then I like pass out drunk, It's like your person is afraid of going wild. So there is that. So they're being a little cautious right now. And I get chaos, which is so cute. Actually, it's spelled... Yeah, so I get chaos, which is like the tower. They're afraid if they party with you that it will create chaos in their life. It will wreck their life. It might wreck you. It might cause chaos and drama and difficult times for everybody involved. I do feel like there's a heavy third party influence message in this pile, but just so you know, you don't have to be in a third party. But it does seem like your person is involved in some big thing else that affects the two of you. So whatever they're feeling like, oh my gosh, if I give in to my temptation, if I give in to like partying wild, then it could create chaos in my life. And then I get hidden motives, and that's why your person feels like they have to wear a mask, they have to mask it all, and they have to not go crazy. They feel like they just have to like totally tamper down everything, and that's where I get parting ways. So if you guys have split up, or if you guys have gone your separate ways, or if you guys are wondering about, do you guys have to part ways from each other, or do they have to part ways from the big thing in their life that is interfering with you, then I would say that is what they are thinking about. And if they have to leave that thing, they might have to be very strategic and hide some of their motives. But if you guys are parting ways, then it might be that they're really worried about that, because it's like, why would they want to give up their fairy tale who understands them? Like, ultimately, nobody would. So they're going through a lot of conflict. For those of you who have picked this rose quartz crystal, your person also feels light and light messages. Your person says, I know it's hard, but please be patient with me. So your person wants your patience and knows that you guys are going through a very difficult stage of this connection. And it says, you're my queen. That's how I want to treat you. And the queen did come up multiple times. So they absolutely want to treat you like a queen. So, they really want to treat you like a queen, but they know they can't do it today or right now. And so they need a little more time. I get introspection with the Hermit, which we did get on your side. You don't want to be in the Hermit. And also, you don't want you guys to not talk. You don't want to be in a no or low contact connection with them. You might feel like being in this Hermit phase is what's making you feel so unloved and rejected. And that brings up a lot of fears and pain for you. So it seems like your person is also trying to do some wisdom, some reflecting. And if they have withdrawn, or if they are in a no or low contact situation with you right now, where it's been going on for a long time or a while, it's because they are really trying to get clarity. They are trying to, have introspection and reflect on the situation. But even more than that, your person might be a control freak who really needs to control everything. And they might be like, how do I keep everything in my life still going well while having this very difficult situation? So there is that. And then I get, coming together and love letter. That is beautiful. I feel like they're going to write you a love letter or say or declare something very romantic or beautiful to you. And that is what's going to help you guys unite and come together. And your person did look like they're the ones out of all 3 piles that are the most romantic and the most offering you something huge and big and real. And it's beautiful. For you guys who have picked this beautiful malachite crystal, your person is in their shadows right now. They're having a little bit more of a rougher time. It says, I destroyed your confidence in me. So your person is feeling like, oh my gosh, pile 3 is never going to love me or accept me now. They also feel we come from different worlds. That could be your external situation that's difficult. It might be that you guys live on other sides of the world or come from very different cultures, or that there's something very, very difficult splitting you guys up or keeping you guys apart or causing a monkey wrench in this dynamic. It says overwhelmed, King of Swords. Your person is feeling so overwhelmed that they're trying to be so logical. They're trying to be so, smart or strategic with this. They're trying to hide their emotions so much. They're feeling so overwhelmed and masking it by being so stoic or so logical or so cool, calm, and collected, especially Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Your person is trying to be so King of Swords about it, but really underneath they are so overwhelmed. And then I get tied up and patiently waiting. So your person also needs more time or wants to be patient because your person is so tied up that they just need to they feel like maybe one day my situation will be over. Maybe one day it'll be done. Maybe one day I'll be available. So it's like this. Maybe one day I'll have an opportunity. So your person's feeling very overwhelmed. They're tied up. They're trying to be patient and logical, but they are having a rough one. All right, so let's look to see what we are going to cover for you in the extended. Okay, guys, so right now I have a lot of decks I'm going to use for you, and I'm going to pull 4 cards to look into what does the universe want for me to channel for you guys in the extended about you and your person. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with this, I am going to use my Tarot de la Nuit deck, which is a sexy vampire deck, to see, and I'll pull 1 card for each one of these questions to answer and channel it for you. So these questions the universe wants me to answer for you are, how can you intensify their feelings for you? What will their next message or important conversation with you be? For this one, actually, I think I'm going to actually pick as well a conversation deck. So I'll put this to the side. What did they feel in the past about you? Is that still true? So I will do a card, but I will also do a Ocean of Emotion card. And then what do they want from you? We'll see, what do they want from you? Okay, so we have all sorts of cards here. I'm also going to check into their thoughts and feelings for you now in the Chocolate Candy Kisses Sugar Rush of Love deck. Also more into their mysterious heart. And what were their late night thoughts about you? What did they think about you late last night? In addition to that, I'm also going to use my timing deck, where we're going to see when will they make that beautiful romantic love gesture or make a move. Now, we did see in the tarot, it looks like it's within 3 months, but we might be able to hone in on and get a little more specific energy, as well as maybe there's a bigger move that they would make in an extended period of time as well. So if the time frame doesn't fall within a 3-month window, then it might be like a bigger move even at a later date. So we're going to check in all of that stuff. So hopefully you'll join me in the extended. If you guys are the Black Cat Potion pile or the Orange Potion. I don't know how I'm going to end up describing it when I upload it. But you guys are the Black Cat Potion, Orange Potion pile 3. And I will see you guys in the extended. Scroll down in the description box to your link. And if you guys are not joining me there, no worries. I'll see you guys next time in another video, in maybe my 6th Halloween video, in my archives, in a private reading, or in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye.